Washington Carver, born in 1861 into slavery as a black man in the United States. A few years later, the slaves were freed. And remarkably, George Washington Carver was able to go to college. He got a scholarship. He went to college. He developed a gift that he had for plants. He became a professional botanist. And then, in his early 30s, George Washington Carver, a devout Christian man, prayed this most audacious prayer. He said, "God, show me the secrets of the universe." God spoke to George Washington Carver and he said, "Little man, the secrets of the universe would destroy you, but I'll show you the secrets of the peanut." In the next 10 years, George Washington Carver had 325 inventions surrounding the peanut. The results of that was establishing an industry that wasn't there before. This most unlikely candidate who heard from God and applied his gifts within this model changed the course of his nation. The gifts combined to break the mold and operate against the odds when we adhere to the voice of the Lord and obey. Now, knowing what to do involves the mandate and the model, because the world is searching for a people who will demonstrate the reality of God operating in their midst. One of my favorite stories is one that took place in a poor, rural, Southeast Asian village. A good friend of mine, a missionary, was sent by God to this village. This was a Buddhist village. The people in the village had the mindset that their village was cursed because in this area of Southeast Asia, where everything is so fertile, nothing would grow in this village. And so the average family ate one meal a day. They were hungry. In this Buddhist village were 3 Christian families. And my friend got together with these 3 Christian families. And they prayed, "Lord, how do we reverse the curse?" And as quickly as they prayed, the Lord showed them that the issue involved a high clay content in the soil. And the Lord also showed them in that same time that if they began extracting that clay and making clay pots, He would show them how to put together a business. And so these 3 Christian families started a simple business. And my friend, the missionary, who was from Great Britain, had a friend who had a gift shop in Great Britain, and this was before the days of email, and they shipped off a box of these clay pots and said, "See if these clay pots will sell." It wasn't long before he got a note back from his friend in the UK gift shop who said, "Send me 10 more boxes. Everything sold out in one day." So in 2 months, those 3 Christian families were very busy. They were starting to feed their families 3 meals a day, and they were starting to hire other villagers. And in 2 years, every adult in that village was working for this business. Every family in that village was eating 3 meals a day. And because these villagers had seen the reality of God intervening in their situation, they had seen the goodness of God operating, and they had become a village of believers, going out to other villagers saying, "God is real. Look what He has done for us." The world is looking for the reality of God operating in their midst. Establishing God's authority goes beyond ethics. We need good ethics. It goes beyond just obeying His word. We need to obey God's word. And it goes beyond being nice people. There's got to be something more. There's got to be something more. And that's what I'm talking to you about today. Because Acts 17 describes what the result needs to be, where it talks about Christians as being the ones who are turning the world upside down. We need to be the ones who are bringing transformation, who are turning the world upside down. And to do this, we get back to the original mandate. God created man as a cooperative management program to rule over the work of his hands. Genesis 1, let us make man in our image and let them have dominion. Dominion is the original man's mandate. God made man to rule over the work of his hands. The issue required for results is the supernatural. We need to be in the process of continually operating with God. It's more than faith in God. It's cooperation with him for his purposes.